Hello folks, today we're going to be showing you this brand new kit that I've got here from Strebito. It's a what I consider a fine electronics screwdriver set. It's 120 pieces, has a lot of the tools you're going to need to work on stuff. We've got a iPhone 5C here that no longer is working. Finally bit the dust, and we'll actually start taking this guy apart with this kit, but I want to take you through the kit here. It's very small, easily fits underneath your arm, carries around, weighs about a pound or so. As you open this up here, you can see you got all kinds of tools. We'll go through each one of these, but you can see that there's a lot of stuff here. This isn't just a real small eyeglasses kit that you see some places, but we'll start over here. Basically, we've got some microfiber cloths. I really like this idea. We've got a magnetic screw holder. Obviously, a lot of the parts in these fine electronics are very small. You can place them there and they'll stay in place. You don't lose them. We have electrical discharge, depending on if you're working on something that you don't want to damage, say like a motherboard, or maybe you're testing out a speaker or something like that. We've got our first screwdriver here. This is the larger one, so this is probably what I would consider to be using for like computer hardware, circuit boards, something you want to be able to put a little bit more force into. And as you can see, with the different sizes of the bits, we've got everything down to just the 00001, the fine point, to a pretty standard T25 torque bit, which is going to be a lot of those mid-sized pieces. So you are supposed to put a fair amount of force in these tools, and they feel really good. If you are carrying this in your pocket, you can store a few different bits in the actual handle here. So that's pretty nice. It has a quick detachment and extension. So if you're playing, you're in kind of a hard to reach spot, you can quickly adjust that. We'll go to the all the bits again, well labeled. They show you the different bit. You've got all the different safety, security bits that are a part of some of these devices. You've got the pin inside of the Torx. And as you can see, they're a quality bit. There's no rough edges in there. They've got the full shape. They fit well in the screw, as we'll show you. A couple of different accessories here. We've got, looks like an extension, a couple of different other bits. We go all the way, every different type again, square head to hexagonal to star to standard Phillips, standard straight or whatever, as well as Phillips, back to the Torx, different Y bits. We've got another screwdriver here. This is what I would consider like your, finer work. We'll probably be using this guy today because, of course, we're going to be working on really small parts, and you don't want to be putting a lot of load on them. You don't want to be breaking anything. So that's kind of a nice little thing. You've got the two different versions there, and then you have your other tools that are just nice to have when working on something like a phone. We'll just start over here. We just have basically a spatula, good for getting into different parts and pieces, prying things open. We've got another, looks like kind of a pry tool, wider edges so you don't ding stuff up. You have a couple of pins here. These are good for unlocking like safety latches and stuff where you need to press something in before you slide it out. Just going through the list, we've got a flexible head, so you can put that on your bit here, and then say you need to go around a corner. Well, there you go. That's pretty cool. Kind of all those different tools. You have just a cleaning brush here. We've got a set of tweezers for holding those small parts. Again, another couple of what I would consider more the phone opening tools, the little pries to get in on the fine edges of the screen and stuff like that. You have a demagnetizer. This is good for picking up static electricity, as well as, like I said, the discharge pad there. You got different things for maybe applying a film to the top of that, a nice little suction cup to pull any pieces that you want. So overall, a lot of stuff here. So far, really enjoy it. I enjoy taking this kind of stuff apart. To replace the screen on a phone or even look inside one of these things is going to cost you a couple $100 at a repair shop. You can do that for way less here. Plus, you can do it many times. The one thing that I do wish they would have had in this kit is a magnifying glass. Obviously, I'm a little bit younger, so I can still see, but I know there are a lot of older folks or people that are harder of sight, and a nice little magnifying glass attached to one of these pockets here would have made a huge little bonus to the kit. So we're going to start by taking off the case here for this iPhone. So we're going to want to go to our star bit, and I believe it's the smallest one here, this 0.8. we'll grab that guy, we'll grab this. And you want to always start the iPhones down here at the bottom by the charging port, at least around these older models. You can see it's spinning the little baby screw out, and it's magnetized. So you don't drop that screw and it disappears on your table or hard surface. So I'm going to gently grab that, put it on my little magnetic board there. Go in for this other one. Again, all the bits are precision crafted. They fit well and they hold the screw. They don't slip. If they're slipping, you probably have the wrong one. Again, there are a ton of different ones in here. So now that we've got the that opened up, I'm pretty sure we can just start pulling this guy apart. So we'll go in here and grab another little tool and see if we can get this to pop open. You can see it's starting to loosen around the frame there. Okay, you can see it's just starting to come off on that edge. I'm going to grab this pointed rod, just slide that along to gently ease this out of the frame. Again, being very careful not to put too much pressure or stress on it. If you have to use a lot of force with these things, you're probably doing it wrong. So we're now getting it almost out of the body here. And especially on these well-used ones, there's a lot of crud and junk crammed into these, so it tends to stick a little bit. And of course, anytime you open something, you always want to be very careful for internal wiring and connections. As you can see, it is connected down there. We don't know what's wrong with this iPhone. I think it's 5C here. I'm guessing the battery's bad or there's something going on the inside, but just wanted to kind of show you how well this kit gets in there and does that stuff for you. Just gently looking, I want to try and demonstrate a few more things. Looks like we've got a couple of Phillips heads over there. Trying to be as delicate as possible, especially with our connections right in here. Should be able to just lay that. So I'm going to go find a Phillips head. Put this one back, of course, otherwise you'll have a mess at the end of it. We've got a P1. Of course, those are big. Let's go over here. So I'm going to try something in this range just to see how it fits. You can see it grabs it, pulls it out pretty easily, stays on the tip there, and throw that over. We'll pull this other one and we'll pull out the power port. A lot of times these can get corroded or damaged because they're an exposed part. But basically, just wanted to show you how much easier things are with a good set of tools, a good kit like this. Again, I highly recommend the little kit that Strebito has here. 120 pieces, all seem to be very high quality, good parts. These are cast aluminum, they're not plastic. I can't really see that from the, obviously this piece is plastic, but these other ones are all solid metal, good quality parts, they're gonna last. So I definitely recommend this for anybody who does any electronic repair at home, or maybe does any computer hardware building, anything like that. This is gonna be a great kit.